Welcome back to my video series on why Kia sucks and, in my opinion, why you shouldn't buy one. Of course, this video series is my opinion. You should do your own research to determine whether or not Kia is right for you. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about my mother-in-law's Kia Soul that in the last video I told you was bought new on February 6th, 2020. She passed away last year. Fortunately, she was a very good woman. And we inherited the car, and we inherited the debt that came along with the car, and we were going to continue to make the payments because we intended on keeping the vehicle. Now, we get contacted in the mail. My wife is the executor of the estate, and we're contacted in the mail basically saying that if we want to, we need to basically refinance the car, and if we're going to assume the debt, that they want to make sure that we're creditworthy to keep the debt, which makes sense. I'll fully say that it makes sense that if they're having the risk of having this loan out there, that they want to make sure that the people who have the loan are worthy for the credit. I mean, there's a whole bunch of crap that you could talk about what creditworthiness really means and whatever, but I have no problem with reapplying for the debt. What I have a problem with is how Hyundai Financial, i.e. the entire umbrella of Kia, I think Genesis as well, and Hyundai, dealt with this issue. They sent us something in an email that basically said, hey, here's the forms. Here are the forms that you need to fill out to, refinance this vehicle or whatever, or just accept the debt that was originally my mother-in-law's and now would be ours. But they sent us the paperwork, and there was no availability. They X'd out the spot that I could put my income. Now, in my household, my wife has an income, but my income makes up a bigger, much more substantial portion of the overall family income. And I was like, hey, can we get a new form? Because this form only allows my wife to apply, and we need to have both of our names on the credit application, just like we had both of our names on the credit application for the Seltos that my wife bought the same day. Their response was no. Their response was that we had to only apply with my wife's credit, and that if we didn't do so, that they would repossess the vehicle, despite the fact that we were never late, despite the fact that we continued made payments, despite the fact that we, were making payments until we paid off the other vehicle, the Seltos that we bought on the same day. They were going to basically steal this car away from us if my wife was not deemed to be creditworthy, but yet I couldn't use my income to help solidify the fact that us as a household have more than enough money to make those payments. To me, this is fraudulent. Again, I fully understand them wanting us to be able to show creditworthiness, but us, the couple, the married couple, the legal entity that is our marriage, should have been able to put both of our incomes on the application. And their response was no, only her, and if you don't do it, we're taking the car back. F you. So we basically had to get a home equity loan, took that money out of the house, of the equity, and then paid off the payment altogether so that they couldn't come after this vehicle and steal it from us. This is one of the many reasons why I believe that Kia Financial, Hyundai Financial, whatever, are absolutely untrustworthy. Because they're going to pull games like that and try and take their car back or our car back. Who treats people like that? We're already dealing with the loss of a loved one. We're already dealing with the fact that, we're mourning her loss. We're mourning her passing. And again, we made regular payments with the Seltos, we paid that off, and we're making regular payments on the Soul. But Kia Hyundai Financial has no soul, because they were willing to screw us over Fortunately, we were able to get another form of funding to be able to pay off this loan so we could keep this car. But to treat people like that is deplorable. Would you want to be treated like that? No? It's one of the many reasons that I would argue that this company, or this umbrella of companies, via their dealerships, their corporate, their financial, whatever, that they're untrustworthy and not worthy of your business. What do you think? Have you dealt with Kia, Hyundai, whatever, financial? Have they tried to screw you over as well? Leave your comments down below. Let me know, because I want to hear more about other people being, at least attempting to get screwed over, or maybe even you got screwed over. Maybe they effed you over and were able to do it. Let me know in the comments down below, because more people need to know how this company treats other people.